So in order to look at population statistics and see what population bias is like and selection bias, if you look at the South Carolina map graphically and plot in an example of pediatric brain tumors. This is not supposed to be accurate. This is just for example. But let's say every dot is a pediatric brain tumor case, okay? And those are for, let's say, 1 year or 3 years or whatever you want to call it. Based on national averages, the statistics tell you that there's supposed to be a certain number of pediatric brain tumors per year on average given a population. The larger the population, the more accurate that statistic is going to be. The smaller the population, the more chance that it might be an outlier or it just might not have hit that population, right? So if you take a population at large and you say, in this area there's supposed to be this many pediatric brain tumors, and you've caught some. So maybe that number is close to national average. Okay. Now go smaller and say something like that. Again, you've caught some pediatric brain tumors, so maybe based on that population, your number sort of matches, but it's getting away from national average. Maybe it's actually higher because the population in this area is higher. Now pick a smaller area, like that. You've now selected out a high-density population, and you've now got increased pediatric brain tumors, which, based on statistics, is actually higher than national average. Now, pick a very small population. One household. 4 people, on average, and one of them has a pediatric brain tumor. That's 1 in 4. That's a 25% chance of having a pediatric brain tumor. Obviously, that is not national average, but what you've done is you've selected so far down in population that you've picked a rare tumor, and you've actually picked that specific tumor. That selection bias is going to rule your statistics. So unfortunately, doing this, the smaller you get, the less accurate you get. And exactly the opposite could be done this way. You select that, and now you say you only have 1. Oh, that's lower than national average. What's going on there? Well, now pick this area. 0. Obviously, that's not national average, but that's just because you picked such a small population that chances are you just missed it. Okay? So when you have rare tumors or rare diseases in general, you need to look at a bigger population in order for you to see what the real numbers are. And just like any statistic, it's just a statistic. It doesn't apply to individual people, individual families, individual neighborhoods potentially even. But the larger you get, it applies more and more to larger populations.
Okay. So just to kind of like dumb it down for me.
Yeah.
So we're talking specifically about 3 neighborhoods in North Mount Pleasant. You're saying because of the population in that area, you know, that's why
those numbers are accurate based on population statistics.
Gotcha.
But okay. if you look and you say, oh my God, it's just 3 neighborhoods, in your mind that's 3, and in your mind that's your neighborhood,
yeah.
And in your mind, I know some of these people, it decreases the population you're looking at.
Right, right.
Inappropriately,
okay.
because in actuality, you're really looking at, you know, 200,000 people, so to speak, in Mount Pleasant. And based on that, you know, per 100,000 per year, the number of kids having brain tumors is actually on national average.